Bud and Maureen are good friends of mine from Park Ridge. Their oldest son graduated from high school some years ago, and I was invited to his graduation party. While gathered in the kitchen talking with family and relatives, in walks 9-year-old Willie. I introduced myself to Willie and told him I'm a great friend of your Uncle Bud and Aunt Maureen. I told Willie I baptized your cousins and know your parents very well. Willie looked at me very calmly and said, "All I came into the kitchen for were potato chips." And he walked out. I'm left talking to myself. This Advent season, what am I looking for? What am I finding? A little boy wanted to meet God. He knew it was a long trip to where God lived, so he packed a suitcase with a bag of potato chips and a 6-pack of root beer and started his journey. When the little guy had gone about 3 blocks, he met an elderly woman. She was sitting in the park, just staring at some pigeons. The boy sat down next to her and opened his suitcase. He was about to take a drink from his root beer when he noticed that the elderly lady also looked hungry. So he offered her some potato chips. She gratefully accepted and smiled at him. Her smile was so pretty that the boy wanted to see the smile again. So he offered her now some root beer. Again, she smiled at the little boy. The boy was absolutely delighted. They sat there all afternoon, eating and smiling, but never saying a word. As twilight approached, the boy realized how tired he was and got up to leave. Before he had gone more than a few steps, he turned around, ran back to the elderly woman, gave her the biggest hug, and she gave him the biggest smile. When the boy opened the door to his own home a short time later, his mother was so surprised to see the joy on the little boy's face. She asked him, "What did you do today that made you so happy?" He replied, "I just had lunch with God." But before his mother could respond, he added, "You know what? She's got the most beautiful smile I ever have seen." Meanwhile, the elderly woman, also radiant with joy, returned to her home. Her son was so stunned to see how happy she was. He said, "Mom, why are you so happy?" And she said, "I just had potato chips in the park with God." However, before her son responded, she added, "You know, he's much younger than I expected." Let God and this Advent season surprise us. Have lunch with God this Advent and bring along the potato chips.